today we are focused on freestyle technique. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna slide in, we're gonna go just 150 freestyle to the other end, and I want you to count how many strokes we take. All right, let's hear some stroke count numbers. 41, 35, okay. 45, all right. 35, all right, it's a good start. So we're gonna do that again. Don't take more. Take the same amount or even one less. We're going for efficiency. So if you take less strokes, that means you're moving through the water more efficiently. So you gotta remember, this is a 50-meter pool. So if you took 25 strokes, for example, 25 arm strokes, that means each arm stroke is taking you 2 meters, which is pretty good. So the goal is not necessarily to get to 25. The goal is to get one less than whatever number you currently have. Because think about it, if you take 50 strokes and we get you down to 49, you just improved a couple percent right there. And that's a 2% improvement in efficiency. Pick up the speed, go a little bit faster, your stroke count's gonna go up. So if you took 35, I expect you to take more on this one because you're gonna go faster. You're not going all out fast, but just see what happens when you go a little bit faster, your stroke count's gonna go up. That's okay. How many more strokes did we take on that one? You took 4 more, you went up by 3, so you were at 38. Yeah, so the idea is you go faster, you take more strokes. So a world record holder is going about 30 strokes at max speed. So they're spinning their arms as fast as humanly possible and they can't take more than 30 strokes. Now, the reason why that's important is because when it comes to swimming, the water is how many times more dense than air? 800 times more dense than air. So efficiency and reducing drag is the most important thing when it comes to swimming faster. And a lot of that comes from your body position. That's how you take less strokes. We are going to start and develop the freestyle stroke from the core. What is the most important word in swimming? Streamline. Streamline is the most important word in swimming. So we're gonna develop the stroke starting from streamline, because if you can't get your streamline right, then how can you get the swimming part right? So what we're gonna do with our fins on, we're gonna push off the wall on our front. We're just gonna kick in streamline on our stomach on the surface of the water. Your body's completely flat and you're just gonna flutter kick in streamline the whole 50. Now, if you have a snorkel, go ahead and put the snorkel on, and that way you can breathe the entire time and just focus on holding your streamline on the surface of the water. If you do not have a snorkel or you don't wanna use it, that's fine. The way you breathe on this 50 is you're gonna take a stroke. You take a stroke, rotate, get your breath, go back to streamline. Your goal is to decrease the amount of resistance you create, which means you want your body as narrow as possible on the surface of the water. We're gonna go a 100 and we're gonna negative split how many strokes we take. So if you remember in the very beginning, you counted how many strokes you took. So let's say you took 35. I want you to take 34 on the way back, whatever the number is. So let's say you take 42, take 41. Now this is gonna be really difficult for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're gonna be more tired on the way back. And number two, your push off that wall is probably not gonna be as good as the push here. So knowing that, you wanna think about that and have a really good push on the other end, really good streamline, maximize your distance off the wall, and then really stretch out your stroke. So we just did that drill for a reason, to really get you comfortable getting that rotation and using your legs. 34, 37, okay. 34, 27. Okay, 31, 33. All right, that's fine. So we're gonna do that again. Now, if you didn't take less strokes on the way back, now you have a baseline. So your goal is to take less on the way back. Now, that doesn't mean you mess up your stroke and you just kind of like spin your arms frantically on the way down. It just means you have to be that much more intentional with increasing your distance per stroke on the way back. And this is a really important concept in swimming because you should actually treat every single set of every single workout in this regard. You should be trying to finish with your maximum distance per stroke. Oftentimes what happens is you start swimming, you get tired, and then you take more strokes. You do the opposite of this. And what happens is as you fatigue, that's natural. And so you have to really think critically and really try hard to make sure you maximize your distance per stroke. As your energy level is going down, as your technique is naturally going to go down, you have to work in the inverse. And if you can do that over time, you're going to swim really, really fast as that compounds over time. So you want to really negative split your stroke count. So be intentional about that. 40, 39, that's a negative split. Good. What, anyone else? 40, 39, that's a negative split. Good. Even if you weren't able to negative split your stroke count and you took even split or you took 1 or 2 more, that's okay. At least you were thinking about it and you were being intentional. Because think about it, if you were not aware of it, you would have maybe gone like 44, 54. Because very easily, as you get tired, this falls apart. Your stroke count falls apart. And it's really important that you focus on it, especially when you're fatigued. So now we're gonna do the next part of the set. We're gonna go 3 100s, fins and paddles. So we're gonna descend these 3 100s. What that means is each one you get faster. So number 1 is easy. Number 2 is a more moderate, medium speed. And number 3, we're gonna push it. And the goal is to get faster on each one. The really important thing here is as you get faster, you maintain a long distance per stroke. 120, 124, 125, 127. Remember, as you're swimming faster, you maintain your distance per stroke. Remember what I said, the fastest guys in the world, they spin their arms as fast as humanly possible. They can only take 30 strokes. Ow, let's go. 107.5, 112. There we go, there we go. 118, 119. I'm gonna make it better. We're gonna do a 50 fast. Woo! So take whatever time I called out or roughly you went, and you should go half of that minus 2. So if you went 120, half of that is 40, minus 2 is 38. That should be the baseline of what you're capable of. It should feel faster. Like even if I'm not using the stopwatch, it should feel faster because you're only doing a 50. Ready, go. Woo, 33, 35, 6, there we go. Really stretch it out. Your eyes are looking down, your hips are up. If your legs drag, you're gonna go slower and you're gonna take more strokes. So it's really important, focus on keeping your eyes down, maximize your distance per stroke, and count your strokes. Remember guys, there's only 2 ways to get faster at swimming. Number 1, you can decrease drag, and number 2, increase propulsion. Today we focused on decreasing drag by becoming as efficient as possible as we move through the water. Max distance per stroke, efficiency with every single stroke. That's what it takes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe down below, let me know what questions you have in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Happy swimming.